and the money for Anthony Davis in this situation. We have breaking news. According to Chris Haynes, LeBron James will not play tonight against the Golden State Warriors due to, quote, load management. League sources tell Yahoo Sports. Now, LeBron James played 44 minutes in his first game back. The Lakers are facing the Golden State Warriors, the same team he hurt his groin against on Christmas Day. Rex, what do you make of this?
KD-itis. He's ducking KD. Steph-itis. Clay-itis. No. I was surprised he played 44 minutes the other night. Obviously, it's a little bit of a maintenance move, right?
Yeah. I thought he said it, prior to this game, right after he played so many minutes, it's going to be one of the situations that I have to see how my body respond because we don't know. We run an emotional high after a basketball game. Everything's still feeling good. You got to win. You look extremely sharp after being off for so many months, you know what I mean, since playing, December 25th?
Yep.
So now he's back, and he probably felt a little ailments and, probably just took the safe approach and getting back out there.
Well, Karan, before he returned, you said, look, LeBron doesn't look like he's 100% from seeing him in practice. So where do you think he was when he returned if he wasn't 100%?
I think he was somewhere between 75 and 80, and that's still better than 80% of the association. So when you're able to go out there with his high basketball IQ, and just mind you, if LeBron's out there on the basketball court, the coverages change. You have to give him so much attention that it enables other guys to be the best possible version of themselves, have an open opportunity.
How old is LeBron now?
34.
34. You start, and this makes sense. It's a maintenance move.
Yeah.
You don't get groins and hamstrings when you're 24. But you start getting them later on, and when you start getting them, you really you've got to be careful to not come back and do too much too fast.
Young player that seems to be taking a bit of the load on his shoulders. Brandon Ingram recently really carrying this team offensively with no Lonzo Ball in the lineup as well.
Really nice player, and you've kind of been waiting for him. You saw, the length and all the skill set when he was at Duke, and he's really, he got suspended early in the year, starting to put it together. He's a beautiful offensive player.
Yeah, he's a complete player. We went from, scoring the basketball in the paint with his wiry strength to now, being able to have that mid-range consistent shot, and now playing with LeBron and Rondo, he's been able to, start knocking down perimeter shots, catch and shoot, not holding the ball, 1,000, 1,000 type of player, and that's exactly what you need.
So he's averaging 22.5 over his last 6 games. So when we look at this Laker young core, and we talk about the Anthony Davis trade, and we saw that Brandon Ingram allegedly was not, or reportedly not, in that trade offer. Is he now the crown jewel of this young group?
I think so. I think
yes.
You want to have him to.
Yes.
Body language says yes, Karan.
And so does the smile. Look at it. Look, he knows it.
I mean, who do you think is the guy? The
Lonzo.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it varies, man. It goes back and forth.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I feel like you're being very, very tight-lipped on this situation, as if you don't want to give us too much information. That's fine. But just judging from talent and what they produce, Rex, who do you say is the crown jewel of that young group? Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, who, don't forget, that 27th pick that they used on Kyle Kuzma came over from that D'Angelo Russell trade with Brooklyn. So they got him essentially replacing a young D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah. There's some thought that maybe they got rid of D'Angelo a little too soon.
Yeah.
I know some of us think that, but yes, I think Brandon Ingram is the crown jewel in the piece of the puzzle. And at some point, they're going to have to give it. They're going to have to give it up if they want to get AD done now.
Me personally, I'm a huge Kyle Kuzma guy.
Yeah, I am too.
I love an underdog, and I think that just from last season, when you talk about adversity, I think he was the guy that was in the forefront, the poster child. In all the interviews, saying all the right things, having the coach back, even when, Father Ball was out there saying miscellaneous things. I just felt like he kept the foundation sound, thought he was the voice of reason, and he showed great composure and leadership, not just by talking, but actually playing and demonstrating it on the court also.
Well, someone who's shown leadership in the NBA Finals in big situations, one Kyrie Irving. But this week, he had some situations off the court in Madison Square Garden. They started chanting for him to come play for the New York Knicks. But here's Kyrie after the Celtics won that game.
You did hear the chants, Kyrie? Are you reaching for it right now?
No, I couldn't hear everything you said.
Everybody heard it. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Do you laugh at all when you hear it? I mean, a lot of guys get cheered. Good players get cheered when they come here. That's a little different.
Like I said, it's nothing but distraction at this point. You know what I mean? Like I said again, I'm appreciative of the cheers. I'm appreciative of the fan support that I get around the league in every arena. Obviously, being back home, what has been said, I repeat myself again, what has been said, what has been circling around in terms of extra commentary, I kind of figured it was going to be something like that tonight. I'm just happy we got the win, and I'm ready to go back to Boston. I think you know the answer to that, man. It's just, obviously you would hope it would quiet down, but like I said, it doesn't help when, across the league, it's just outside noise again, and my name gets thrown into it, and then, conversations, speculations, everybody's worried about their credibility. I don't know how this media empire works. I know it's a bunch of nonsense to me. So I have a focus in winning the championship this year, and that's where my focus is going to stay. So, even me saying something like that is not concrete enough for anybody. So, it is what it is. I got to go home and take care of my family and friends, and that's the stuff where it really matters for me. Loving the game of basketball, that's where it's always going to be. I didn't do this for the media. I didn't do this for the money. I didn't do this for the fans. I did it because I love the game, and I work extremely hard at my craft, and I want to be one of the greatest ever. So that's where my focus is. You know what I mean? It's going to come. I'm appreciative how, grateful I am. I'm grateful for all the, everybody identifying the talents that I am, who wants to play with me. I'm appreciative of that. But at the end of the day, like I said this morning, I'm going to make the best decision for me and my family, and that's how it's going to go.
There is so much there with Kyrie Irving. I think the thing you're laughing about is the fact that he says, I don't know how this media thing works. He seems to be pretty good at it. In fact, when you're the lead in a major motion picture and was also an actor in high school, don't forget that as well. Kyrie Irving, a very overall talented guy.
Not familiar with this media empire, wearing an Uncle Drew hat during the interview.
Excellent product placement.
Excellent.
Yes.
He's a brilliant guy. I love him. I do love him. And I love that Kyrie, he likes to talk. He's good in front of the camera. You can tell he's a little bit bothered. And look, I didn't play in an era where we had social media, the 24-hour news cycle, all this time. This is where I give you guys and this era so much credit. I don't know how you do it, and this is where I don't think these guys make enough money having to deal with this type of media crush. He can't leave his hotel right now without people just knocking his door down trying to get at him.
He's got a $21 million player option for next season. Seems like that will not be exercised. So where will he play next year? Will he be in a Boston uniform?
It's possible that he can be in a Boston uniform. I think that he will most likely be in the Big Apple. And I just think that, when you talk about the move of Porzingis and Tim Hardaway and Steve Mills and those guys did an excellent job of creating that cap space to acquire a guy like Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant or whoever, even possibly a Jimmy Butler or whatever, because, he's still not looking extremely happy there in Philadelphia. And look, Kyrie is just a pleasure to play with. He's a champion. He's a perennial all-star. He's someone that loves the game of basketball, which he stated. And obviously you see, this kid did not grow up playing against ghosts and basketball cones. He's been playing against live bodies, activity, and it's showing. He's a gamer. I want the best for him and his family, and he's passionate about his craft.
So it should be interesting to see what the Boston Celtics do. If that's the case, maybe before the trade deadline, we could see a Kyrie Irving trade, and man, that would be huge. We've got 12 games again tonight, 24 teams for the simple math on that. And here are some updates of notable players. Chris Paul sitting this one out for rest. LeBron James out, same designation. Eric Bledsoe also out with an Achilles.
Out for rest.
Hey, you know what?
Still looks weird.
It looks like, when you're growing up.
Rest.
When you go to the hospital, you go, when you're younger, you break your arm, you break your leg, you tear something. Now when you get older, you slept wrong. You get out of bed, you can't do nothing. Like, it's all those things happening right now.
Well, you know who is playing? How about one Lou Will? Age not affecting him. And look at that, top score. The Clippers have fought their way back in this after being down by double digits in the second half.
He's a gamer.
NBA. Game night is on Monday on NBA TV. Doubleheader, and we'll be joined by one Jason Kidd. He watches his former teams battle on the court. Bucks versus Nets, Spurs versus the Kings. Speaking of games, the NBA news has been overshadowed all week, right? And we know that the Super Bowl is here in Atlanta. No, we have our own game to play. You guys ready?
Yeah,
Got some Super Bowl prop bets.
Okay.
All right, first one. What will be the higher number, James Harden's points tonight versus the Utah Jazz or the Rams' point total in the Super Bowl?
I think James Harden is scoring at an amazing clip right now, so I'm going to take James on this one. I think he's going to get it buckets. No Chris Paul, rest, so you have someone else that's going to be having the ball in his
How many
hands.
points?
I don't know, over 40.
So you get
43.
James Harden over 40.
43.
And the Rams will not score 43. Okay.
I got the Rams scoring 45.
Woo!
So how much do you have James Harden scoring?
40,
No Chris Paul.
43.
40-something, right? He's going to be right there. It's gonna be
So you
a
go with the Rams over.
Yeah.
I got another really good one for you. You know, Nikola Jokic, the Joker, not playing games when it's distributing the rock. How many assists tonight versus the T-Wolves or catches, not touchdowns, but just catches by Rob Gronkowski in the Super Bowl?
Oh, I got the Joker's assist, the Joker dimes. He's against the Wolves, too. He's dropping dimes.
So, like, if Gronk has, I don't know, 10 catches,
Then
still think the Joker's going to have more assists?
going to have 11 at least. Then.
Joker be flirting with a triple-double some night, so I'd say he had like 9 or 10 assists tonight. Definitely.
Okay, so you guys agree on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to our third one. Higher number, LeBron James threes. Well, he's not playing, so we're going to have to pick a different player. How about this? Brandon Ingram threes or touchdown passes by Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Going with the GOAT, Tom Brady, he's going to definitely have.
I'm sorry, were you talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? What just happened there?
Or Jordan?
Yeah, you just said Tom Brady's the GOAT.
He's
right?
the GOAT in the football space. There's many different GOATs. It's all types of GOATs.
I'm going with the crown jewel of the Pelicans trade, Brandon Ingram.
More three.
Really?
Yeah, more three.
Because
Tom Brady
gets next to that goal line, handed off to his
That's
back.
right.
Got to pay
Karan's
attention
going to
the
have
game.
All right.
3 maybe. I'm sorry, not Karan. Brandon's going to have 3 threes, and Brady's going to be.
Good luck with that.
Well, in New Orleans, they had some issues with the power in the Super Bowl a few years back. Again, it's here in Atlanta. So how about this? Higher number of power outages in Atlanta or Ben Simmons three-point attempts?
Oh, that's an easy one. I'm going to go with the power
Attempts?
outage.
You think that, yeah, just attempts.
Yeah,
tonight.
power outage. Absolutely. He's not shooting a 3. Got no business shooting a 3 right now.
So you guys really think that we're more likely to see another power outage in the Super Bowl
Blackout.
than we are to see Ben Simmons attempt a three-point
Yeah.
shot?
Blackout.
Yes. I want to say some other things, but I'm not going
He
to.
might shoot one in the All-Star game, though.
Nah, because they'll clown.
Charlotte Hornets beat the Memphis Grizzlies tonight 100-92, pulling away late. All-Star starter Kemba Walker, 7 of 17 for 23 points as the Hornets win for the 6th time in their last 9 games. And there it is in numerical form. And here he is. Eastern Conference starter Kemba Walker joining us here on Game Time. Kemba, good to have you with us as always. Want to get to you in a moment, but what does it mean for your team when you have Malik Monk kind of doing his thing off the bench as he did tonight with 20 points?
Oh, it means a lot. It means a lot, especially in the fourth. You know, a lot of teams expect me to be going off and, you know, doing a lot of the scoring. So, you know, when guys come in and step up the way Malik stepped up and the way Marv stepped up tonight, I mean, it just takes a lot of pressure off myself. So that was huge.
Kemba, you guys have dealt with injuries throughout the year, but you've kept it together. You guys have been incredibly consistent. How have you guys been able to persevere through all of that?
Just having each other's back. You know, this league is all about next man up. You know, it's some injuries are very unfortunate, but it happens in this game, and you know, we just encourage the next guy to step up and make plays. Like, you know, Cody went out, and right now Biz is playing outstanding for us. That's how it has to be.
with Kendall Gill. And what I want to know, what's it going to feel like representing the Charlotte Hornets in the city of Charlotte, not only as an all-star, but as a starter?
Man, I don't even know, man. I just know I'm probably going to have goosebumps. But it's going to be amazing. This is definitely an amazing accomplishment. But I'm super excited to be representing this city, this organization, and my family, you know, in this All-Star game.
So have you worked out the draft in your mind yet? I mean, this is a new wrinkle going from last year to this year now, but you're one of the starters. You know you're going to be one of those top 10 picks somewhere. Have you sort of plotted out who's going to go where yet?
Nah, I have no idea, but you know, whatever happens. I don't really care. I don't think anyone cares at this point. You know, we're all all-stars at the end of the day, and to make it even more special, we're starting. So, yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Are you a pro-broadcast or anti-broadcast when it comes to the draft?
Anti.
Depends on where you go, right?
Yeah, probably.
I can understand that. We don't like to see it, but I completely get that point of view as well. Hey, thanks for taking the time, as always. We'll see you in Charlotte for All-Star Weekend.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
All right, Kemba Walker with us after a 23-point night for the Hornets. Would you want, if you're involved in this, would you want to broadcast?
Yes. Yeah.
You're okay with that?
Yeah. Hey, I don't care if I'm the last pick of 24.
I wouldn't either. Like, you're an all-star, right? It's like being the poorest billionaire.
That's
it's still a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's a good hand you've been dealt.
Yeah.
What's that like?
I wouldn't know. I'm just saying.
You just said it so good.
Poorest billionaire, it seems like an okay thing, right?
Yeah, not a bad
last
gig.
on the billionaire.
Yeah, poor me.
Yeah, too bad.
Tough deal.
Because I want to see it. I don't know how that would play out. I don't know if people would be offended or not. I don't know.
I can't imagine they would.
No.
I wouldn't think so either. But
I think Dirk's probably going to go last.
Yeah.
Think about that. We're joking about that.
Are they getting drafted?
Yeah, I don't even know.
They got to get drafted.
Are they part of?
Do they? I don't know.
They got to get drafted.
Okay. Well, then they probably will be drafted last.
Yeah. See. Dirk's not upset.
No, he shouldn't be
upset.
Dirk's in his 40s. He shouldn't be upset.
I played against Dirk.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Thoughts on the Hornets, where they are right now, which by the end of the night could be 7th rather than 8th, and their big picture and where that guy fits in, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, you know, first a huge nod to Kemba, the way he's handled this. You know, every player has a right to choose. He's worked his way into being a great player, and he's an unrestricted free agent. And he has been incredible. He has said all the things that you hope a player in his situation says. It doesn't mean he won't make a choice, and he has a right to make that choice, but you really respect that. But then you start to look at the books going forward for Charlotte, and just some quick math, their top 5 salaries is like almost $104 million when you plug Kemba in at his max slot at about $33 million or just under $33 million bucks. A team that has never gone into the tax, you know, and that's 5 players. You got to get 9 more in there,
right.
And that's not including $3 million for, you know, Miles Bridges or another $3.5 million from Malik Monk. So it gets really tight going in the future with, you know, a lot of contracts that it's going to be unlikely that they're going to be able to move. So their future, it's going to be incumbent upon that front office to do what they did this summer and draft a guy like Devontae Graham in the 2nd round and continue to complement the roster that way. But the financials get tight.
Kemba's terrific. I love what he's done. Everybody's always sort of plotted against him, picked on him a little bit, and he overcomes. Muggsy was beloved in that city forever, still is. Kemba's every bit as beloved in that city. He's done an unbelievable job. He comes to play every night. He's durable. He's great in the community. He's going to have a tough decision to make, and the Hornets are as well.
Yeah. No, and there's nothing wrong with any of that. He's done the right things. They're going to have to figure this out. He's going to have to figure it out, and that's just the way the business works.
That's right.
All right, more to come here on Game Time, presented by State Farm. Checking on the Hawks and the Jazz. Hawks in the middle of this marathon 7-game road trip in Salt Lake City tonight. That's Jake Crowder for 3.
And we're taking Kyle 3-point.
Al Korver.
And the finger
with
roll.
the giant
Putting it
killer.
on the floor.
Okay.
What? Okay, KK.